actually, let me just take a look at the ad where this came from. It was a YouTube ad. It says apply now. It's about a 3-minute video. Unfortunately, I can't show it right now. But anyway, this is what I saw. Came to his sales page. And so let's take a look at what he has. So we're just going to scroll through it real quickly. And as you can see, it's not very long. It's got a few testimonials and hitting all the key points, just not very elaborate. And part of the reason is because everybody knows who Tony Robbins is. You don't have to kind of belabor the point. You're either going to be in or you're going to be out. All right, so let's take a look at this. He's doing a free 3-day virtual summit right here, and it's on a specific dates, 11 to 12 Pacific time. So it's a 3-hour event daily. Right here, reserve our seat. So he doesn't really call out anybody. A lot of times people will call out somebody. Save my seat now, and then he's got all these. He's been everywhere. So I mean, trying to figure out which ones they choose to put on here. Okay, so here, just kind of giving you kind of. Let me just state before I really get into this is that he's just positive throughout. He doesn't do like the standard like you got a problem and this is really this is how it's worse and this is why you need this program and then this is how it's going to make it better. He doesn't really do any of that. It's actually all very, very positive, except for one area that we'll get into in a moment. So right now, he just says, right now, you're standing at the edge of your greatest breakthrough. And then it pretty much, follows that whole thing, the kind of pump you up, motivation, reclaim, reunite with your unstoppable power, reignite your passionate purpose, and rise to the levels you only dreamed of. It's a lot of this kind of motivational copy that, Tony Robbins is known, obviously the motivational guru, and he's so well known, he doesn't really need to say anything. If this was somebody else's, like an unknown person's page, I'd probably be a little more critical and, get it a little more focused as to who you're talking to and give it more, make it a little more tangible. But since Tony Robbins is so well known, this is kind of right on target. Okay, so save my free seat. It's got these kind of buttons that I'll say that these buttons look more like buttons than a lot of things. I mean, this one doesn't really look like a button. This one does. It changes colors. It moves. This one, I think it moves, and then this one has an arrow on it. I gotta be honest with you. It's just, you gotta be like ridiculously clear, stupid clear. I mean, the designers should be the last people who should put anything onto these pages because you just like, this does not look like a button at all. It's just like, oh, you're just like, oh, you're just highlighting it. And I guess people are kind of used to this at this point. They're like, well, if I see something up here, it's probably a button. I know I am because this is what I do. I look at sales pages, I write pages, create sales pages, and I review and hundreds of them. And so this is, I know to click up here. I know this is going to be a button. But sometimes people just, you'd be surprised how many times people are seeing these things for the first time. And these are your potential customers. These are the people who just might join you. And so you got to make it ridiculously easy and obvious that that's what it is. And this one does a pretty good job. All right, so going over to this copy, he's kind of just, kind of pumping you up, motivational. And here it says, get everything you need to reclaim, reunite, reignite, and rise. So it's kind of reiterating these whole things, which is great. And so this is what you kind of going to get in here. So the proven 7-step system. So that's actually good. It's pretty specific. It's just like, because most people are going like, well, what am I going to learn in here? And so it's the 7-step system, and it's proven, so it's beautiful. And get Tony's exact system to create absolute clarity. I mean, that's beautiful because most people, I think most people, they they think they have a lot of like talent and maybe skills, but they just can't focus, and they lack total clarity. And I think that's what one of Tony Robbins's greatest strength is to help people find that clarity. Like talking to him. I mean, a lot of times have you seen those videos where he talks to people in the audience, and he just gets them to reorient their thinking and get them to focus, and he does an excellent job. So I think if people have seen those videos and know kind of what uh, Tony's about, they'll understand like how this is going to work, and it doesn't need a lot of explanation because they kind of know who he is. 2020 results. So obviously he's making it current, making it, very relevant to what's going on in people's lives right now. It's just not something vague. Um, some of these are very kind of vague, like vague and stuff, like breakthrough strategies, remove barriers so you can shatter limitations any part of your life. Okay. So it's a lot of this kind of stuff that he always kind of talks about. I like this last one. Um, it says lasting transformation and says get Tony's scientifically backed tools. So you're like getting something. He's like, you're going to get these tools and strategies for immediate lasting change. So there is, um, it's kind of feel like you're getting something tangible. I mean, here you're removing barriers, and then here you're building inner strength, and you're discovering how to tap into motivation. Those are all great, but this one just seems very kind of tangible. Again, got a call to action. Okay, and this is where he kind of I don't know what the way he really kind of gets into the deep thinking. There's Robert Collier talks about get inside the people's head, like get inside of the conversation that they're having in their head. And this is kind of like that. He says, let's face it, right now people are experiencing the world differently. And he said, some people are feeling energized and optimistic for opportunities ahead. And then for others, there's a deep uncertainty. So this is so he's trying to get both people, right? Is like the people who are looking for opportunities or lacking clarity. They're all excited about 2025, and they're super energized, right? Optimistic, but you know, but just like all the other years in their lives, they're lacking clarity, they're lacking direction, and so this he's talking to these people. And then for others, it's a gloomy time. It's maybe there's an election that didn't go the way people wanted it to, and or there's there's a problem with the economy, or there's natural disasters that are affecting a lot of the people, and and he's reaching out to those people too. What you're included as well. The people who are feeling great, you're included. People who are not so great, you're included. And no matter where you stand right now, one truth remains: 2025, your potential isn't determined by external circumstances. So, just kind of really rehashing like what it is he does. It's like, he's not gonna talk about the economy or how this isn't about like getting business strategies like stocks or financial advice. Although he might do that because I know he wrote a book about it. But it's really about getting your head straight and stuff like that. So, and then this isn't about waiting for the right moment. This is about creating your moment. Okay, that's good. Okay, I love what they do here with the testimonials. Because I say this a lot in my other videos, and because this is a textbook example of what you should do, and nobody does this. Okay, so um, this is why I love these testimonials. Number one, you got a video. Then he's got like a highlight, like what's the key thing that's being said right now. in the video, because I mean the video is only a minute and a half, but you know you got many of them, and you want people to kind of pick and choose what's most relevant to them. So it says we're on target to hit our goal this year. So it sounds like kind of a business thing. And then there's basically a few lines summarizing the high points in the video. This is beautiful because then people can they're like, I mean, first of all, A, if they can't press play and listen to what this guy has to say, or they may be maybe sitting in a waiting room at the doctor's office and they can't play the video. Um, so at least they can see this, but also some people they're like, well, is this for me? Because people want to read a testimonial that's mostly that where they can identify. And then same thing, I transformed my worst day into my best day. I signed up. This is beautiful. I signed up because I was desperately seeking a path from sadness. Okay, so those are great testimonials where people is giving a testimonial of the thing you want them to do. So you could have a testimonial about all sorts of great results, but if you can have a testimonial of somebody saying, I took this program last week or last year or last month. I signed up. I was at this point and I signed up and this is what happened. So this is what you want people to do on this page is to sign up. So this is a beautiful testimonial right here. And then this one, again, it's you look you're seeing a visual, seeing that what's the highlighted. I would probably put something better, but whatever. But that's how you do these video testimonials. And most testimonials, you got kind of like a headline, like the best thing they said that's gonna be most grabbing, and then just a few lines of what's in the video. Um, and then that's basically all you need. But a lot of people just throw a bunch of videos. I just see it just like a wall of videos, and you have to figure out which one you want to watch. And some of them are not relevant to you, and if it's not relevant, it might turn you off. So that's can be a bad thing. I mean, don't assume like every testimonial is going to be great for everybody. Okay. Okay, so let's just look at the video again. Okay, this is from the YouTube video. Okay, so this is I like what he says here. It says whether you have a great life but want more, or you're tired of the status quo, this summit is for you. So basically, both. People who are everything's going great in their lives, you need to come to this. People that's where it's not you're not happy with how things are going, this is for you. So he's covering both um, sides of the aisle, so to speak. And I would say for most people who are starting out, I would probably not recommend something like this. But Tony Robbins is so well known, and he's got such a huge audience that he and also the kind of work he does really does include pretty much everybody. But generally, you want to if you're starting out, you want to kind of have you want to pick your audience and niche down. Okay, so here's we get to well, what are we getting? What are we going to get out of this time? This Time to Rise summit um, that takes place January, same time daily. Okay, so it's 3 action-packed days, just 3 hours a day. Okay, so there you're giving people a little more information. The people who want information, there's a lot of people, just like a lot of sales pages, that are just gonna sign up no matter what. They know who he is. They're just gonna sign up, and maybe they'll show up, maybe they won't, but they're definitely gonna sign up. Okay, so here it just tells you exactly what it is. Proven systems, great strategies and tools, um, and then access a global community. Um, to me, I notice he doesn't really do it a lot much on this page, except for right here, and then and then everything's bold. It really you want to bold certain things that are going to grab people's eyes. Like something in here. I don't know really what that would be, but something like people are like scrolling, and here you got two large sentences that are in bold. Um, I don't know if there's anything in here that's really grabbed me per se. Um, I would say, maybe Tony Robbins reveals tools or something like that. He got his name. People are gonna probably can't look at his name enough, so look at it again. Um, and so you just got to be, I don't know, cognizant of that. And again, I'd probably bold some words here that really, you know, that are really going to catch people's eyes, because most people are just going to see like this is like a big wall of text, just a big wall of text, and it just, you could this could be like the highlighted proven systems and 3 action-packed days and strategies and tools. I mean, even maybe the first couple words could be in bold, but you want people to just, they're scrolling, they're looking down, and I mean, granted, these are like bullet points, but I would just bold those. Um, Kind of the same thing in here. And so that's, I mean, I'm not going to go too much on this page because one, it's kind of short. Two, it's Tony Robbins. And they've been doing this for dozens of years, have hundreds of pages. They know what they're doing. Um, and so I really wanted to just mostly point out all the stuff that I liked, that I thought was good, and I think would be beneficial to people. I mean, um, like I said, it's, just be very clear, like where, what's going, what it is, um, and also, like, what's going to happen, um, and in the testimonials, like I said, testimonials, just I like the format, exactly how they laid them out. And then the other thing I like, um, this is actually pretty funny. It says, meet Tony. Tony Robbins, #1 New York Times bestselling author, philanthropist, nation's #1 life and good. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I mean, you don't really have to say much about him. Most people know Tony Robbins. Um, here's I like this point right here, this headline. I'm not sure if I like the answer, but I like it. It says, here's why the summit is free. Because most people are like, like, all right, you're gonna try to upsell me. You're gonna try to upsell me or you're gonna try to sell me at the event. Like, what's the catch? And I think it's important to reveal what's the catch, right? And I've seen some pages where people say, you know what? Here's the deal. You're gonna watch this webinar. You're gonna get a lot of information, and at the end of the webinar, I'm gonna sell you a program that um, I'm going to sell you a program. Or pitch a program to you that's really going to really help. But just come and watch the video, and you're going to get a lot of great information. And I think that helps people, lower the resistance that people would have, because there's a lot of people. It depends on the niche, but there's a lot of people who've been through all these. I mean, the webinar, when the webinar was new, you could do a lot of stuff. But now I think you need to overcome the skepticism that people have, and there's nothing wrong with telling people like, what, okay, why is this free? Because a lot of times people have gone to free things and it was just nothing but a pitch, a 1 hour pitch, um, and so people are like rather skeptical. Okay, so here's why the summit is free. Good. Okay, and it just basically says, now's the time for everybody to come together and support one another. Like I said, I didn't really like the answer, but I like that this was addressed. Okay, and then a couple more testimonials, and these are from well-known people. Get Serena Williams, get this guy from Salesforce, and then you got Maria, and that's like, so he's got the real people testimonials. These are real people just like you. You're gonna be, you can identify with them, and then you got more credibility testimonials, like high level people. And the thing about Tony Robbins, I mean, he could probably put 1,000 of these. I mean, literally of the celebrities, he could probably put 1,000 of them. I mean, he's worked with so many people. And then one last thing, it's just more of this kind of, you're meant to be, powerful, this, that, and the other thing. The other thing I kind of like is the visual images. Like I see a lot of sales pages where people don't show the benefit of what they're going to get. Like they don't show the result. They don't show the after. Now, if you look at, and I guess and they show a lot of the product. So what I mean is, they could have this. on this page, they could have nothing but pictures of Tony Robbins, which they do have a lot. They have one, two, but really this is about this woman getting a result. She's happy, so that's a benefit. Like that's the result. Oh, I want to feel like what she's feeling. She's getting a result out of working with Tony Robbins. Um, and then another kind of shot that he's on the stage, some credibility, um, and then another shot of him. But what I like about this is I mean these are actual I mean these are stock photos, and I think a lot of businesses are afraid to put up stock photos, but that enhances what people are going to get. Like you know, oh yeah, I'm going to have a great relationship. I'm going to have a great relationship. Oh, I'm gonna spend time with I'm gonna have a family and spend time with my family and it's me joyous. Oh, I'm gonna center myself, get the meditation. I'm gonna center myself and really, some people their minds are like so frantic and like, yeah, that's the result I want. I want to be in a kind of a I want to find peace and tranquility. People are just like out of their minds. And this guy like he's finding deep work. That's what people want. They go, I want to find deep work. And then this guy, he's playing the violin and he's in a wheelchair. So people are like, I want to overcome my limitations. I want to overcome my limitations. And then these people, they're with their kid and they're like, I want to be in a cornfield or a wheat field in this case. And so I'm not really sure what that represents, other than being with your family and being in the middle of a wheat field, which I got to be honest with you, I would love to be in a wheat field because I think it'd be a lot of fun, just like all this wheat everywhere. Um, but I love this, and they do it in a very tactful and a craft, very a very design way, And so like I tell people, like, don't be afraid of using stock images to portray, like you could see a sales page about, making money. And they show like the product or the speaker, but it's like, show me some people on a yacht. Show me a beach where people are retired or, just having fun on a tropical island, show me, people skiing in the Alps or, maybe on, yeah, like the Swiss Alps, like those are the things that people are like, I want that. I don't want to do the thing that you're telling me I have to do. I don't want the course. I want what the course is going to get me. I want the, I want the beach vacation. If that means I got to take your course, then I want the beach vacation. If I, if I, if taking your course means I get a yacht, then I want the course. But so many businesses just show the book, the course, what we call the features. That's the course, showing the booklet and the this and the that and the person and the person and the person over and over again. It's like, look, I got it, but I'm not unless you are like the products or like if you're teaching people how to be a speaker on stage, then okay, then a bunch of action shots of you being the speaker on stage is great. But if you're showing a course on, you know, on how to get people to learn their, love their job or something like that, but you show a bunch of pictures of you on stage, it's great. It's a great credibility, but it doesn't inspire people to be like, well, I want to be like you. No, they don't want to be like you because they don't want to be a speaker on stage. They want to be some other thing, and they want the results. So it's you know I like I said, I just when I talk to people and I create pages and stuff like that, it's just like use um, stock images to invoke that feeling, that feeling, and you can also use it in a negative way. If you have um, you have a part in your copy where you're talking about, are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling, under the gun? And you show somebody that's being stressed and they're like, yeah, I feel that way. All right. Gonna wrap it up, but this is Tony Robbins's page. I think they did a great job. And oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. We're gonna click on here. We're gonna go to the next page. So this is what you get. I've already submitted my name and everything. And um, so it's just um, just kind of telling you what to do. See, this is beautiful because so many people, and especially with like somebody like Tony Robbins, so many people just sign up. They're like, I'm going to sign up because they don't need to be convincing, and they may want to, they're probably not worried about it being sketchy. So Tony Robbins doesn't need to explain, a whole lot of credibility because they already know who he is. But people may not show up. They'll sign up and maybe not show up. So this is really kind of indoctrinating people. He's got like almost a 3-minute video here, kind of saying thank you. It says, mark your calendar, join the Facebook group, get updates on his other channel. Um, and then also, and here it's just like, you know, let share this information with all your buddies. And so this is a perfect confirmation page, right? Um, so that's option. If I mean, once you like save your seat, and I think let's see, yeah, if you fill out this, and then you go to there, and then actually that's really not the next page. This is the next page. This is the upsell page. So this probably goes before here. So you click on here, fill out your name, click the button, save your seat. Then you end up on this page. It says one last step, do not exit or click back. Congrats, you're registered. So people are like, okay, I'm registered. Now watch this quick video with Tony to maximize your experience. And it's about a 4-minute video. And he talks about the upgrade. This is like the upgrade, also known as the upsell. And so he explains it very well. It's 5 minutes, and he explains it, and you get a VIP experience. You get to talk to Tony and be part of this group, and then you can feel good about making donating a bunch of meals just for $47. Um, so basically, it's just a short little page. Now, if you say no thanks, I don't want the gold card experience, um, this is where you get to this page, and where he's reminding you to mark your calendar, join the Facebook group, and get on the important events. So this is beautifully done, very, very well done. And it's done well because people know who Tony Robbins is. I mean, if this was somebody different, I would be more critical of a lot of things. Um, so, all right, that's it. Thanks a lot for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.